Between the comforting broth and the homemade dumplings, I can't decide what is more amazing about this soup. Today we're making a potato dumpling soup. Let's get started. Let's start by preparing the potato dumplings. I have a plate here which I have lined with a muslin cloth, and I'm going to grate my potatoes on top of this. I've placed 3 peeled potatoes in a bowl of water so that they don't brown. Once you're done grating the potatoes, close the muslin cloth and squeeze out as much liquid as you can. You will notice that the liquid is not completely clear and a little milky. That is because the potato starch is also coming out along with the moisture in the potatoes. Don't discard this liquid just yet. We're going to let this sit for at least 10 minutes so that the starches can settle at the bottom. Let's have a look at the potatoes inside our cloth. They're pretty dry, so we're going to set them aside till our water is ready to clear out. After 10 minutes, you can see that the starch has settled at the bottom. So you can just tilt your plate and remove all that excess liquid. Turn the plate around after a while and discard the last bit of it. This is potato starch that is left over. This is going to make our dumplings extremely chewy. Now to this, I'm going to add in our grated potato and a pinch of salt to season it. Now I'm going to mix the potato with all of the starch. Make sure to knead this like a dough so that you can get nice little dumplings out of it. If you feel like the dough is not rollable, you can also add a little bit of maida here or any other starch of your choice. Let me check by making a small ball out of this. I'm going to roll it between my hands. This looks good, but the final test would be to drop it in some boiling water and check if it breaks. I have a pot of boiling water over here. I'm just going to add 1 dumpling to check it. As you can see, some potato strands have disintegrated from the dumpling and they have moved around, but if you notice, the ball has stayed intact from the center. After boiling it for about a couple of minutes, when I checked it with the spoon, it is still bouncy. So I'm adding 1 teaspoon of all-purpose flour. You could also switch this over with cornstarch or potato starch or any other starch of your choice. Mix this well. Now I'm going to prepare the dumplings one at a time, and I'm going to start adding it to the pot of boiling water directly. As you can see, the dumplings have risen to the top. They're no longer sticking to the bottom and they're rolling very nicely as the water boils. The potatoes have also turned a little translucent from opaque. This has taken about 5 minutes. Now I'm going to turn off the flame and set this aside. Let's begin with the base of our soup. I'm going to start with a little bit of oil in the pan. Just about a teaspoon should be enough. To this, I'm adding some chopped garlic. These are 2 white heads of a spring onion. I don't want any color on them, so I'm quickly going to saute them and then add in my carrots, which is julienned. I'm going to toss this for just 20 to 30 seconds and top it off with some veg stock. This veg stock is very nicely seasoned with salt, sugar, few spices. So make sure that you adjust the seasoning accordingly. We're going to let the vegetables come to a boil and soften just a little bit. The veggies have turned tender, the onions have become translucent, and the carrots also look pretty soft right now. Now I'm going to add in spring onion greens for that hint of color. This will hardly take 20 to 30 seconds to become vibrant green. And now that it is nice and vibrant, I'm going to add in potato dumplings along with the water. The starchy water from the potato dumpling is going to thicken the soup lightly. Taste it and adjust the seasoning as required. Once the soup starts bubbling, it will be ready to serve. This looks so heartwarming right now. I'm going to serve this with a drizzle of chili oil just to make it a little more interesting. Trust me, once you give this recipe a try, this is going to be one of your favorite soups. Do try it out and let me know how it turns out. This is Chef Bhumika signing off from Rajshri Food.